what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. LSU's offense right now, if you look at the S&P Plus, which is an analytic rating, basically saying, it doesn't matter. It's just we'll just say it's a way of measuring teams, right? Going forward, how good are you on a play-by-play basis? Technically, it's based on like what would you do against the average Power 5 team. And right now, LSU has the second ranked offense in the country. Alabama's number one with a rating of 44.6. That means they'd put up an average of 44.6 against the average Power 5 defense. LSU, number two in the country, guys, at 43.6. Then I believe it's Texas at 43.4. So Texas basically even with you, right? Then at 4, you have Oregon, which is a bit surprising considering how what I kind of been thinking of it. And then you have Ole Miss at 5. So I guess the point of all of this is to just, again, because I feel like there's times where we feel like this offense is halting or stumbling or maybe not the best, but no, like analytically, they are right now the second best offense in the entire country. I know you all probably think that Texas is incredible. Well, you're rating just as high as Texas is right now. We know we think Ole Miss is incredible, but after the Kentucky debacle, you're rating higher than Ole Miss is. So credit to Garrett Nussmeier, credit to Joe Sloan, credit to everybody on this offense because you are truly creating one of the best in the entire country.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now. Maybe you have it in front of you, T-Bob, as far as sacks allowed on an offense and where LSU
I can find it in 2 seconds.
Would be in that category because like that's one of the things that has stood out to me when you start talking about this offense having an opportunity in the passing game because of the clean pockets they've had.
So LSU is 5th in the country, but you have Georgia Tech, New Mexico, and Army who've given up no sacks. Of course, Army's running the ball a lot. Haynes King. That's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia Tech's a kind of an option-based offense as well.
Oklahoma State's given up 1 sack. Surprising because they've actually thrown the ball quite a bit.
They've thrown the ball a ton.
That's crazy to me.
Their offensive line, it's a top 3 unit in the country, though.
Obviously.
So, like, it's not like even coming into the season, that was mentioned and talked about. So, not completely surprising.
So Oklahoma State's only given up 0.2 sacks a game, and then 5th in the country because LSU's played 5 games, only given up 2 sacks. LSU's 5th in the country.
Yeah.
They're allowing 0.4 sacks per game.
So that's a part that maybe you don't even pay attention to when you start talking about top offenses in the country. Think about that. Like you have played 5 games. Think about just South Carolina alone and the edge rushers. They have 2 Sunday edge rushers.
Oh, Dylan Stewart got jumped from a 79 to an 87
he
on
should
NCAA.
Have. Dude's got freaky moves, and he didn't touch Garrett Nussmeier.
Up Blake Horvath, you cowards. Anyway, yeah.
Because Kennard was the one that kind of
Kennard had the game.
Success.
He had the game that game.
So that's another reason why you're successful. Like the offensive line, they have some things they still got to work on as far as running the football. We know that. We've laid that out. Tight ends do as well. But as far as a clean pocket for Garrett Nussmeier, it's happened every game. I mean, even South Carolina got some pressure. But, again, that's a front 7 that's got multiple NFL players on it.
Go Packers is a pretty interesting point in the Bobby Ford YouTube chat. LSU's number 2 with the fatal flaws of no real vertical threat. If Hilton becomes that, you could be number 1. That is true. Like, there still are areas in which you could improve. Like, you could still run the ball a bit better. Yes, you've taken the top off one time, really, in Kyle Parker, but even that was like good coverage, just a perfect throw.
Perfect throw, yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they need a Chris Hilton. They gotta have it.
Yep.
You've got really, really good receivers right now that can do everything else, but you need, even if it's not him catching the football, you need the impact of being able to threaten the defense with that. Like, hey, if we don't pay attention, if we just try to single this guy up, he'll run right past our defender. Like, that's what you're missing right now.
I agree. And, maybe a little revenge game for him after our last year ended with Ole Miss, where right on the edge of making an unreal play and just couldn't quite get it done. Here's Toby, and he'll be healthy and ready to go here in a couple of weeks. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.